Now to breaking news. Just within the hour, Governor Hochul declared a state disaster emergency as monkeypox cases continue to soar. The governor says more than a quarter of the country's cases are right here in New York, and more vaccines and testing are on the way. With lines for vaccines growing, so are the cases. Now in New York City, up to 1,289 and exploding across the country. People getting more desperate for a shot.
I've been waiting for 4 hours. 4 hours.
Well, the feds are sending the city 80,000 vaccine doses. That's no relief for those already infected.
They're in such excruciating pain that the emergency department is the first place that they come.
Dr. Virat Madea is on the front lines as a New York City ER doctor.
And the patients that I'm seeing are suffering from pain, but then for weeks afterwards, and sometimes even longer than that.
You have people that have 102 fever, they've got aches and pains all over their body.
Jeffrey Galais is recovering from monkeypox. He says so many people don't know how to get their hands on antiviral drugs like the experimental T-Pox that he was able to get.
They're going from their doctor to the walk-in clinic to the hospital, and they're getting sent away. They can't get the medication anywhere. And, there's maybe one or two clinics across the city that are offering this, and it's not a sustainable system for healthcare.
The Biden administration is deciding whether to declare a national emergency, but outraged critics are likening its response to the one given to the HIV outbreak in the 80s.
This government pretends to be our friends. This government says that their LGBTQ allies may wave the rainbow flag. But if you're saying the same thing that the FDA said in the 80s, then you're not our friends.
So with the slow vaccine rollout and challenges to getting treatments, people are being warned.
It is curable. However, we have to use common sense. This is one of those diseases that lives on hard surfaces. It can harbor itself on a linen. So we need to have a little bit of common sense.
Now, as demand continues to outpace supply, a growing number of states and cities are prioritizing a single dose of the two-dose vaccine, despite warnings from both the FDA and CDC that both doses are needed. And stay with CBS 2 for continuing coverage on the monkeypox emergency. You can find information on vaccine sites in our area on CBS New York.
All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, as always, I let to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to Elder Tahar and the rest of the elders that are fervently pushing this truth. And as always, peace and blessings unto the elect. All right, so as you saw, New York, they just declared a state of emergency, which, I said that yesterday through the Spirit at camp. Or I said San Francisco, because San Francisco had declared a state of emergency over there. Then I was like, oh, okay, obviously following the trend, they're going to hit New York. And then it might hit Atlanta. And the reason why I said Atlanta is because, Atlanta, man, it's a Bati Boy city down there. So, state of emergency might get declared over there. Oh, yeah, and by the way, Atlanta is Atlanta is the top 5 states that has the monkeypox spreading. So, Atlanta is actually within the first 5 states that has a lot of cases of the monkeypox. So don't be surprised if tomorrow, if Atlanta don't declare a state of emergency tomorrow or Sunday. But you see, this is from BNO News. New York Governor Kathy Hochul declared state of emergency due to monkeypox. See, this guy says, and so it begins. Hey, man, this shit might get locked down. All right, might get locked down this or next week. I wouldn't be surprised if August is just complete lockdown, Man, this is beautiful. Hey, man, this is beautiful. All right, might be it. Yahweh Ratazah. All right, that's what we're hoping for. All right, because we see, hey, this monkeypox, it been around for a few months, but now it's expediting, The case is done expedited this week. And me and the brother, we was in the gym, and we seen this Edomite shorty, a young one, man, and we see her all the time. She never wears a mask in the gym. All of a sudden, she comes into the gym working out with a mask. And first thing that came to my mind, I was like, oh man, she might have the monkeypox. But then again, she could see what's going on around the world, and she's like, man, fuck that. I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna be masked up, gloved up, and masked up. So these people are now taking the necessary precautions to to avoid getting hit with this thing. All right, because it is contagious. You know, this shit is real. Hey, but lockdowns might be coming. Lockdowns coming to America again. Hey, we'll see. Hey, they gonna have to lock it down, because this shit is spreading like a wildfire. So they gonna have to lock this shit down. But this is 2 Ezra 16:3. A sword is set upon you, and who may turn it back? Verse 4. A fire is set among you, and who may quench it? Verse 5. Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? That's right. These are all rhetorical questions, and nobody can turn away the plagues that the Heavenly Father is sending upon the earth. All right, jumping down to verse 37. It says, behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack. That's right, man. These plagues are here, and it's not slack. Verse 38. As when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, with 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her wombs, which pains, when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. That's right. When them pain comes, when them contraction comes upon a woman, man, it's hitting her. Just like these plagues. Verse 39. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. That's right. So we're seeing that, man, these plagues are hitting the earth. It's hitting it to the point where they're gonna have to lock America down. Don't be shocked. Don't be surprised if this shit get locked down within the next week or so. And that's what we're hoping for, because we're hoping that the Heavenly Father wrap this thing up, bro. You know what I'm saying, brothers? Hoping that the Heavenly Father wrap this thing up. All right, man. It's time to inherit the kingdom. It's time, brothers. All right, and we see that these people are mourning. Everybody is desperate right now, right? Because they're getting hit with this plague. Hey, man, this is beautiful. All right, this is beautiful. And the Heavenly Father is bringing these plagues upon the world because you people are wicked. All right, 2 Ezra 15 and verse 5. It says, behold, saith Adawan, I will bring plagues upon the world. The sword, famine, death, and destruction. That's what's going on. Right over there in Kentucky, they estimated about 1,000 people died through that flood that the Heavenly Father sent. Heavenly Father is sending mass death and destruction. Verse 6. Why? For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. You see that? Because of the wickedness. Because of all the wickedness that are being done in the earth. All right, this is Ezekiel 7 and verse 5. Thus saith Yahweh power, and evil, and only evil, behold, is come. And which, when you go into the word for evil is a compound word. Although it's small, it's still a compound word, and it means bad times. So we're living in bad times between the 2 Timothy, the 3rd chapter. All right, the perilous times. You go into the word, perilous is the Greek word chalepos, which means savage, our burden, our gruesome times. Verse 6, an end is come, the end is come, and watcheth for thee, behold, it is come. That's right, man, evil is here. Evil is here, plagues are here upon the earth, and that's how America is going to go out. All right, the day of doom shall be the end of this time. 2 Ezra chapter 7 and verse 43. It says, but the day of doom shall be the end of this time, and the beginning of the immortality for to come, which is dealing with our kingdom, wherein corruption is past. That's right. So after the day of doom, Jacob's trouble, all right, that's going to be the end of this time. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. All right, that beginning of immortality is going to be our kingdom, because all these things have to come to pass in order for our kingdom to come. Our America has to be destroyed. America has to get hit with these plagues, all right, for us to inherit the kingdom. All right, in order for us to have the kingdom, all this evil has to take place. And Yeharatazah, Jacob's trouble starts soon. All right, so with that, that's just a quick update. As a watchman, Yeharatazah, you few brothers and sisters were edified. Till next time, I say shalom.